Fear is something we all know very well. It visits us when we feel unsafe, when we face change, or when we worry about losing something important. Fear can be a useful feeling. It tells us to be careful in dangerous situations. But many times, fear grows too big inside us. It controls our thoughts, makes our hearts heavy, and stops us from living fully. In Buddhism, we try to understand fear, not to fight it or push it away. Fear often comes from not understanding how life truly is. We fear because we believe we can hold on to things forever. We fear because we believe we can control everything around us. But life is not something we can control. It moves like a river, always changing. People we love, things we own, even our own bodies. They all change with time. When we forget this truth, fear takes a strong hold of us. Buddha taught that understanding the nature of life helps us loosen fear's grip. Life is not perfect. It is not permanent, but it is still beautiful. When we open our eyes to this truth, we begin to feel lighter. We realize we do not have to be afraid of every change or every loss. We learn to walk with fear, not against it. Today, I invite you to look at your own heart. Notice the fears that live there. Are they asking you to be careful, or are they keeping you from living freely? When we start to ask these questions, we take the first step on the Buddhist path to a life with less fear. Many of our fears are born from attachment. Attachment means holding on tightly to people, things, or even ideas, hoping they will stay with us forever. But the truth is, nothing stays the same. Everything changes. When we attach ourselves too strongly, we build fear inside our hearts without even knowing it. Imagine holding a glass of water. If you hold it lightly, you can enjoy it. But if you grip it too hard, your hand will get tired. You might even drop the glass and break it. Attachment works the same way. When we cling too tightly, we suffer. We fear that what we love will slip away. We fear that our happiness will end if we lose something or someone. This fear can become a heavy burden on our spirit. Buddhism teaches that love, joy, and connection are important, but we are encouraged to hold them gently. It is possible to love deeply without clinging. It is possible to care without fear. When we understand that nothing in life is permanent, we can appreciate every moment more fully. We stop trying to hold the river in our hands. We learn to watch it flow and smile. This way of thinking does not mean we become cold or distant. It means we become wiser and kinder. We can enjoy relationships, experiences, and even dreams without building fear around them. We understand that change is not the enemy. It is simply part of life's natural rhythm. Take a moment today to notice what you're holding on to too tightly. Ask yourself if this strong grip is bringing you peace, or if it is creating fear. By loosening our attachment, even a little, we can open a door to greater freedom and calm. One of the most important teachings in Buddhism is the idea of impermanence. Impermanence means that everything changes. Nothing stays the same forever. This truth can feel uncomfortable at first, but it also holds great freedom. When we understand impermanence, we start to see the world differently. We notice that the seasons change, flowers bloom and fall, people grow older, and even our emotions rise and fall. Happiness comes and goes. Sadness comes and goes. Everything moves like waves in the ocean. Many of our fears come from forgetting this truth. We fear losing what we love. We fear that good times will end. We fear sickness, aging, and death. But these are not mistakes in life. They are part of life itself. When we expect life to stay the same, we set ourselves up for disappointment and fear. When we accept that change is natural, we feel less afraid. Impermanence also teaches us to treasure each moment. If we know that nothing lasts forever, we pay more attention to the people we love. We say kind words while we can. We enjoy small joys without waiting for something bigger. We stop taking things for granted. Instead of feeling sadness because things change, we can feel gratitude that we had them at all. Every experience, every relationship, every breath is a gift. Understanding impermanence does not make life colder. It makes life more precious. Today, I invite you to reflect on change in your own life. Think about a time when something ended, but also made space for something new. Notice how life continues to move forward. By seeing impermanence clearly, we can live with less fear and more open hearts. In today's world, many people believe that more is better. More success, more money, more things. But often, the more we collect, the more fear we feel. We fear losing what we have. We fear not having enough. We fear falling behind others. In Buddhism, we learn that real strength often comes from living simply, not from having more. Simplicity does not mean giving up everything or living with nothing. It means knowing what is truly important. It means focusing our energy on the things that bring real peace, not temporary pleasure. A simple life is a life where the heart feels light, not heavy with worries. When we live simply, we need less to feel happy. We appreciate what we have. We spend less time chasing after new things and more time enjoying the present. We feel more connected to the world around us and less trapped by our own desires. In this way, simplicity becomes a kind of strength. It helps us stand steady even when life changes. Simplicity also teaches us to let go of fear. When we are not always trying to protect so many things, we feel freer. We find joy in small moments. A kind word, a quiet evening, a deep breath. We discover that we are already rich, not because of what we own, but because of how we live. Today, think about one small way you can choose simplicity. Maybe it is spending less time on things that do not matter. Maybe it is sharing what you have with others. Each small step toward a simpler life is also a step toward less fear and more peace. Many of us spend a lot of energy trying to control life. We make plans, set goals, and try to shape everything around us. Of course, planning is useful, but when we believe that everything must go the way we want, we build fear inside ourselves. We fear failure, we fear change, we fear the unknown. Buddhism teaches us a different way. It invites us to trust life as it is. Trusting life does not mean we stop caring or trying. It means we understand that life is bigger than our plans. Sometimes things go well. Sometimes they do not. Sometimes we win, and sometimes we lose. This is not a problem. This is the natural rhythm of life. When we trust life, we let go of the idea that we must control everything. We accept that we cannot know what tomorrow will bring. But we also know that we will be okay. We have the strength inside us to meet whatever comes. We have the wisdom to learn, the heart to heal, and the courage to keep walking. Trust grows slowly, like a tree. It takes time and patience. But each small act of trust, each time we face a fear and move forward, makes the roots stronger. Over time, fear has less power over us. We stop living in a small, tight world of worry. We start living in a wide, open world of possibility. Today, think about something in your life that you cannot control. Instead of fighting it, try to breathe and trust. Remind yourself that life is not your enemy. It is your companion, changing and flowing just as it should. Uncertainty is a part of life that we cannot escape. No matter how much we plan or prepare, the future is always unknown. This can feel scary. We like to believe that if we work hard enough or think carefully enough, we can make life safe and certain. But the truth is, life is never completely certain. Buddhism teaches us not to fear uncertainty, but to accept it. When we stop fighting the unknown, we discover a new kind of strength inside us. We become flexible, like a tree that bends in the wind, but does not break. We learn how to move with life instead of against it. Accepting uncertainty does not mean giving up. It means staying open. It means doing our best without needing a guarantee. It means walking forward, even when we cannot see the whole path. This kind of courage is quiet but powerful. It helps us live with a peaceful heart even when life feels unclear. When we accept that uncertainty is natural, fear loses its sharp edge. We no longer have to be afraid of every change or surprise. We trust that we can respond to whatever comes. We understand that we do not have to know everything to live well. Today, notice the parts of your life that are uncertain. Notice how your mind reacts. Does it become tense or try to control everything? See if you can soften your heart a little instead. Remind yourself that it is okay not to know. In fact, not knowing is part of what makes life rich and full of wonder. Many people believe that peace comes when everything around them is calm and safe. They think, if only my life were perfect, then I could be at peace. But in Buddhism, we learn a different way. True peace does not depend on outside conditions. It grows inside us, even when life is difficult. Trying to control everything around us only makes our fear stronger. We work hard to make everything perfect, but something always changes. Someone disappoints us, a plan fails, an unexpected problem comes. If our peace depends on outside control, we will always feel shaky and afraid. Instead, Buddhism teaches us to build peace inside our own hearts. This peace does not rely on success, comfort, or even health. It is a deep understanding that life is imperfect, and that is okay. It is a quiet strength that says, even if things do not go my way, I can still be at peace. To build this kind of peace, we practice patience. We practice kindness toward ourselves and others. We learn to breathe through hard moments without needing to fix everything right away. We find stability not in the outside world, but in our own calm mind. When we no longer need life to be perfect, we feel lighter. We stop fighting against reality. We stop feeling like victims of every small change. Instead, we walk through life with steady steps, meeting joy and sorrow with the same open heart. Today, reflect on where you have been trying to control too much. Ask yourself if you can release a little of that tension. By letting go of the need to control, you make space for a deeper, more lasting peace. Fear often comes from not understanding. When we do not know what is happening or why it is happening, our minds create stories. These stories are often filled with worry, doubt, and fear. In Buddhism, wisdom is the light that clears away these dark stories. Wisdom helps us see things as they truly are, not as our fearful minds imagine them to be. Wisdom does not mean knowing everything. It means seeing clearly. It means understanding the nature of life, that everything changes, that suffering is part of life, and that nothing can be fully controlled. When we truly see this, fear naturally becomes smaller. We realize that many of our fears are based on false ideas, not on reality. For example, we may fear losing what we have. But wisdom shows us that nothing belongs to us forever. Everything is borrowed for a time. Knowing this, we can enjoy life's gifts without clinging to them. We may fear failure, but wisdom teaches us that failure is not the end. It is part of learning and growing. Understanding this, we can move forward without being frozen by fear. Wisdom also teaches us compassion for ourselves and others. We see that everyone struggles, everyone faces change and loss. We are not alone in our fears. This shared experience connects us and makes us kinder, both to ourselves and to the world. Today, notice when fear rises in your heart. Ask yourself, is this fear based on true understanding or on a story my mind is telling? By asking this simple question, you invite wisdom into your life. And where wisdom grows, fear fades. The unknown is a part of every life. No one can see the future clearly. No one can know exactly what will happen next. For many people, this can be a heavy source of fear. But Buddhism offers a different way to meet the unknown. Not with fear, but with gentleness. Living gently with the unknown means accepting that uncertainty is natural. It means not fighting to predict or control everything. It means stepping forward with an open heart, even when the path ahead is not clear. It is like walking into a misty morning. We may not see far, but we trust each step we take. When we live gently with the unknown, we become softer, not weaker. We become more patient with ourselves and others. We understand that it is normal to feel unsure sometimes. We stop blaming ourselves for not having all the answers. We stop blaming life for being unpredictable. This gentle approach brings a special kind of freedom. We no longer waste energy trying to hold on to what cannot be held. We no longer exhaust ourselves with endless worry about what might happen. Instead, we meet life as it comes, with courage and kindness. The unknown can even become a source of wonder. If everything were certain, life would be boring. It is the surprises, the changes, the unexpected meetings and chances that make life beautiful and alive. Today, try to soften your heart toward the unknown. Instead of fearing it, greet it like an old friend. Trust that whatever comes, you have the strength inside you to meet it. Life is not something to be solved. It is something to be lived, step by gentle step. Living with less fear is not something that happens all at once. It is something we build little by little, day by day. Like caring for a garden, it needs gentle attention and steady practice. In Buddhism, we believe that small daily steps can create deep and lasting change in the heart. One simple practice is to start each day with a quiet moment. Before looking at your phone, before starting your tasks, sit quietly for a few minutes. Take a deep breath. Remind yourself that you do not need to control everything today. Remind yourself that change and uncertainty are natural parts of life. During the day, notice when fear appears. Maybe it is a worry about a problem at work. Maybe it is a fear about your health, your family, or the future. When you notice fear, do not try to push it away. Do not get angry at yourself for feeling it. Simply pause. Take another deep breath. Say to yourself, "It is okay to feel afraid. I can face this with kindness." At the end of the day, reflect for a few moments. Think about the times you met fear with patience. Think about the times you trusted life, even just a little. Celebrate these small victories. Each one is a seed planted in your heart, growing into greater courage over time. By practicing in this way, you build a fearless heart. Not a heart without any fear, but a heart that knows how to walk with fear without being controlled by it. A heart that stays open, even when the road is uncertain. Today is a new chance to practice, a new chance to live with more trust, more kindness, and less fear. As we come to the end of our time together, I would like to offer a few gentle thoughts. Fear is a natural part of life, but it does not have to rule our hearts. Through understanding, patience, and kindness, we can create a life where fear has less power. We can learn to meet change with openness and to walk into the unknown with quiet confidence. Freedom from fear does not mean that we will never feel afraid again. It means that fear no longer holds us back. It means that even when fear appears, we can smile at it, breathe deeply, and continue our path. In this way, we become both softer and stronger. We become more alive, more present, and more connected to the beauty of life itself. I am deeply grateful to all of you who have shared this time with me. Your support, whether through liking this video, subscribing to the channel, leaving a kind comment, sending a super thanks, or joining the membership community, is truly appreciated. It warms my heart to know that these teachings can reach people across the world who are seeking peace and understanding. If today's reflections have brought even a little light to your heart, I am truly happy. Please know that you are always welcome here, and that this space will continue to be a place of calm, respect, and quiet growth. Thank you again for your presence and your kindness. May your days ahead be filled with peace, gentle courage, and the deep joy that comes from living freely.